Okay, I guess this is me doing some late night rant. It's 1:15 a.m. right now. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now actually. Yeah, but I have some concerns about revealing my face, right? Cause I don't know, I think privacy for me is important. Yeah, so I don't know. This is my first video, so I guess I'll start off with just my voice. Maybe as I go along, if I get more comfortable, I might eventually get there, have my face up on the screen. Yeah, I guess I'm just wanting some connection virtually. Haven't been very happy lately. Yeah, I have a few things going on for me and I'm contented, I've been more grateful lately. Some days when I'm on my way to work, I talk to myself that I'm lucky to have a job. I'm lucky to be able to get a somewhat decent paycheck that allows me to give my family an allowance, pay my bills, save a little. Actually, I'm generally a contented person and I'm satisfied with what I have in life right now. I have been before as well. Yeah, I'm somewhat educated. I have a 10 months old infant. I have supportive family and friends. I'm healthy and I'm happy with what I look, as in how I look. Yeah, but I haven't been happy lately. And I guess it's not that it's not okay to be unhappy. I think more of it's shitty to feel unhappy and I want to feel good, and honestly things have been a tad rough for a while now. I'm conscious of this little part of me wanting to be strong and to go like, I've got it handled. Yeah, because, well, I guess maybe this is what had tied me through all of my tough moments, like since growing up. Yeah, but I think this is problematic and unhealthy. And even now, right, as I'm talking about this, I catch myself wanting to wiggle out and to just say that, all is well. Yeah, I struggle to be honest with myself even. And honestly, I'm not okay. I'm struggling and I feel sad and down. A while ago, I felt very let down on by my husband. Last year, I had undergone an emergency C-section. And when I was in the operating theatre, my husband actually ate dinner with his parents at the, food court. Yeah, at the food court at the hospital. And I know about this because, right, he told me himself, after, the dust has settled and I was back in the ward, it was late and I told him to get dinner. And then he told me that he already had it when I was in the OT. Yeah. And my mom, right, she has been upset and worried about me for quite a while. Like, throughout, my husband hasn't been very loving, I guess. Like he hasn't been taking care of me the way my mom hoped. Yeah, hope that he would have lah. So my mom has been worried and somewhat upset for quite a while, and things came to a head. I think it was on the second day upon my discharge. My mom was kind of like upset and some drama went down, and we lived in a condo, so when my mom got here, right, she wasn't able to enter our unit and had to rely on us, right? We have to like kind of tap her in, and during then I was feeding the baby. The phone wasn't with me, and I didn't manage to get back to my mom, and my mom called my husband, but apparently my husband ignored or didn't get her calls or didn't pick up the call, and this has been like this throughout. I mean, even prior to this whole drama, sometimes my mom would call him, and he doesn't call back. And so that very day, eventually, right, when I got to my phone, it was, I think, 1 hour later. My mom has been like standing down at the gate waiting for us for an hour already, and she couldn't get me, she couldn't get my husband, so naturally she was like super worried. So when I finally saw her missed calls, I told my husband to quickly go to the gate to get her, and apparently on their way up to the unit, I think my mom was very worried, so my mom kind of questioned him a little, and he was upset. And when my mom saw me, my mom was naturally somewhat upset, and then he started, raising his voice at my mom. And get this, my parents, my mom, he raised his voice at my mom in my presence, and his parents were around then as well, and so he raised his voice at my mom in my and his parents' presence. And I guess honestly that was the end of our marriage. Like, who yells? Like, I wouldn't tolerate this, someone who doesn't respect my parents. And naturally his parents defended him. And long story short, I subsequently moved back to my parents with baby, and my husband later actually called up the NAVH. So for some of you who didn't know what's the NAVH, it's this National Anti-Violence Hotline for domestic violence, and he called up the NAVH to report that I had been physically violent towards him. He later withdrew his case, but then I guess because a report has been lodged, so to be on the safe side, right, social workers still came to my parents' place to do a random check, an impromptu unannounced visit. And the first time they came, they checked, they requested to take a look at my baby, right, and they ascertained that things were fine, so they left. But they kept at such random checks for, I think it went on for about close to half a year before they were satisfied that, to say that, hey, baby will be safe with me. And that was really shitty, because I'm like, how can a guy who's supposed to take care of me, protect me, love me, and do everything a husband is supposed to do, and hurt me like that? And this just kind of adds to the pain that my parents went through, right? Because which parent would tolerate or would be okay seeing their child being treated in this manner? And prior to giving birth, right, I had a job that I enjoyed, but they say good things come to an end. And I was told by my bosses that they could not sustain the business and I will have to look for employment elsewhere after my maternity leave. So post maternity leave, I decided that I might not be emotionally ready for my kind of work. And I took a chance and I pivoted into an administrative role. Yeah, and that was like in May. So I joined my new current workplace in May. And I was placed on a 6-month probation. And just last month I was told by my RO that she might want to extend my probation because I was struggling with administrative tasks such as minutes taking, crafting proper emails. So she mentioned that I'm not taking down detailed enough minutes, and they were not accurate, or it could be the organization as well, because I took the minutes in chronological form, like who said what, and she was saying how I would need to categorize and organize the points so that it's easier for the reader and things like that, and yeah, I mean, it's the first time, right, I actually am at risk of not passing a probation for work, and the reason was because I suck at admin tasks like this. My current workplace is a corporate setting, and there are hierarchies in place. I think it's quite strict, where, for example, say when a decision has to be made, right, this is how the typical process go. Like, it looks, so I will send an email to my RO for vetting, and after which, right, after the vetting, it will be sent to my boss's boss, the director, for further vetting. And then once we go through the further vetting, then it will be sent to the head. Yeah, so there's like levels. You can't just straight up make decision or just straight up send to like someone lah. So that there has to be levels. You go through levels. Oh boy, and yeah, I don't do well in such controlled environment. And come on, I did not study so much, right, so that I can like fail a job probation just because I suck at writing minutes and crafting such very controlled emails. Like, that's just not my style. Yeah. And a while ago as well, like just last month, my father got hospitalized for like close to a month. He was admitted on 5th September, and then he was discharged on 3rd October. Yeah, I mean, juggling all of these things, right, I think I carried the weight of it all, sometimes maybe a bit too well. And honestly, I think this is the first time I'm kind of like feeling the strain of it all. Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe this is the first time, right, I'm saying it out loud and giving voice to the weight that I've taken on for so long. And I guess somehow it feels nice to be able to just say it out loud, to be like, I'm really tired and I'm struggling and I haven't been happy lately. And I'm just wondering, right, like, how many of you out there are like me? Lately, I've been thinking a bit more about the meaning of my life as well. The things I want, right, seems simple. I want to be healthy and safe, be happy. I want to be able to spend quality time with my friends and family. I want to enjoy what I do for work, be able to pay my bills, give back financially to those who have raised me. Like, it has always been important for me to be able to not just do my part, by spending time, making sure that I have FaceTime, dinner time, or I bring the folks my folks home, my folks out, for outings and all. But I think it's also like be able to contribute, give back to them financially. So I'm a little old school like that, Yeah, it's also like my parents they've been such givers, like unconditionally. They love us and gave us, and they've never wanted anything in return, But I guess for me, to me it's more like I took it upon myself. I think it's also important to be able to give them back financially. And be able to pay my bills and have a little bit of savings. But I just feel like on some days, right, all of these little things seem so unobtainable. Like, what is the meaning of life really? I think lately I feel very stuck in the rut. Like, what's really the meaning of my life, Being stuck in this corporate 9 to 5 kind of setting, doing something that I suck at, and then having people say like, hey, you're not good enough because you suck at administrative tasks. But to be fair, this current role I'm in, right, it's kind of more like an administrator role. So naturally, if I suck at admin tasks, then maybe it's true that I'm not good enough for this role lah. I'm not sure really. And I know some of you might laugh and think that there are people worse off. And sometimes I wonder, how bad must things be, right, for us, in order for someone, right, to earn the right to cry or to say, hey, this is too much. And I'm just thinking, right, maybe this is why increasing number of us are struggling emotionally. I think because we don't allow ourselves to feel shitty or to acknowledge that things are too much to handle. Like personally for me, because every time I want to do that, right, or have done it, to say things are shitty or to say like things are too much to handle, people around me tell me in different ways how there are worse off people than me. And somehow I started disallowing myself to even be honest with myself, to be able to like say to myself like, hey, I'm having such a hard time. I wish things are different, I wish that I wish that we are all a bit more empathetic towards each other. Just some food for thought, I guess. I don't know, it's just lately I haven't been happier, and I don't know, like on the surface things seems to be okay. I guess when people look at me from the outside, I'm pretty much resilient. I have it all together, but I have no idea, man. And that's that. Wow, I didn't realize it's about 20 minutes already. So thanks for listening. If any of you happen to chance upon this, I guess I'll try my best to upload another one of my reflection. I don't know, I guess this is somewhat cathartic. Yeah, even though I don't really know if anyone actually listens to this. Yeah, but it definitely feels better. Like, it feels good being able to say things out loud like that. Yep, so I'll see you the next time, I guess. Yeah. Anyhow, talk also can be so deep, right? Yeah, deep until cannot. Okay. So I'll see you.